Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. So we're starting out in Sorrento, BC, and we're going to be heading towards Salmon Arm, BC. Now this is kind of an easterly direction, but it's actually going south. So if we're on highway number 1, or the Trans-Canada Highway, and we're heading east on it, but actually we're going to be driving kind of south around the lake. Now Sorrento is right on Shuswap Lake, and Shuswap Lake has like 4 different arms off of it, and we're going to be going from one arm over to another one, but it's all the same lake. Sorrento, that town back there, it's pretty small, but it has a gas station, a few restaurants, pub, tire shop, mechanic, that sort of thing. All the way along here, there's going to be kind of lots of different kind of smaller community things. It's kind of like, it kind of blends all together with some farmland in between. Like there's a couple gas stations along here, along the highway before you get to Salmon Arm. Just as we were leaving Salmon Arm, there's a road that goes off to the left, and that heads over to an area called Blind Bay, for instance. That's like another community. But up here, there's going to be a gas station on the left, and that also goes to Blind Bay. So if you wanted to go left there, on the right hand side, there's a restaurant, motorcycle museum. Turn there, it goes under the highway, and you can head over to a spot called White Lake, and there's a campground there. Well, actually I think it's a forestry site, but it's a camping area, and there might be a resort or something around there, but it's a really popular lake in the area. You can kind of see how it's just kind of continuous. This area is actually called Tappen. Usually takes about 25 minutes or so, 20-25 minutes to get from Salmon Arm to Sorrento or the other way. Up here on the left is a White Post car museum. They do swap meets and stuff there a couple times a year. It's that red barn kind of thing there. You can always notice it because they got a car for their sign. It's like a old car from the 30s. So coming up here on the left is a turn you'd make if you were heading towards Sunnybray, which is a lot of people camp around that way, and a lot of people live in that direction as well, but that turn there is where you go for that. This is a really bad area along here. There's a gas station on the left here, and there's probably 2 or 3 really bad accidents here every year. People get killed because they turning there and heading the other direction. I guess you not really looking or expecting somebody to be doing that, but yeah, they close this highway down at least 2 or 3 times a year. So if you're going there, be careful. There's another little gas station here. It's a little easier in and out of, I think, than that co-op one. There's a short little passing lane here, so but it doesn't last very long. So if you're gonna get by somebody, you gotta get on it, or you'll run out of road pretty quick. They're doing a lot of highway improvements between Salmon Arm and Kamloops, which is good because it's just such a heavily used road. Right now, this is the beginning of June, and there's basically hardly any traffic. COVID restrictions and stuff like that are still in effect, so it's really empty. This will get pretty packed, bumper to bumper kind of thing through some of this stuff because it's kind of slow. Looking straight out there, that right across the lake, that would be Salmon Arm. So we're going to kind of loop around, and that big mountain there is called Mount Ida, and I think it's an old volcano. There was a big fire around Salmon Arm in late 90s, I think it was 98 or something like that, I can't remember. But that whole mountain kind of burned on this side, and this side of the valley, to get closer to Salmon Arm, it burned as well. But yeah, it was quite a bad one. Back then, it was a real rarity to have any homes lost in big fires, and this was one of the first really big ones. And it seems like every year now they're really common. Right now, as I'm editing this, there's just a ton of fires around the province, and yeah, you kind of forget how nice it is when there's no smoke in the air, because it lasts for months now. So we're just entering Salmon Arm here now, and you can see they got some major road construction happening in this part. nice thing about this area is there's so many fruit stands and that sort of thing. There's lots of kind of produce and fruit from this local area. To the right here, there's a couple of businesses right away there where you can get that sort of stuff. Another one up here. Good place to stop if you've got a trailer like this guy in front of us. Usually the parking lots are pretty big. I think at the light here, if you made a left, there's a little shopping center with a Walmart and a Winners, I think. But yeah, you pretty much find anything here in Salmon Arm. If you make a right here, it heads kind of a right and then a left, and the route kind of parallels the one we're on here a little bit. That goes to kind of the main shopping center in Salmon Arm. There's a Canadian Tire there, and what else? A Save On, and you know, all this regular stuff you find, Radio Shacks, or whatever they call it now, Source, but yeah, easy to find if you just go down there. You gotta watch your speed in this town because they will give you a ticket, and yeah, it's pretty hard to get down to 50 kilometers an hour as you're driving along here, because you've just been doing 100 kilometers an hour, so it's kind of hard to get your brain switched over. But I think this is where we'll end the video. It's kind of the main intersection of Salmon Arm up here. If you like this kind of thing, consider subscribing, and we'll go on another adventure here in a couple days. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.